Hello everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith. This is part 13 of the playthrough of Gloom of Kilforth. And in the last video, we actually had just one or two things to mention from that particular video that really affect the gameplay. The first thing was the quest, actually, that I had gone ahead and defeated. I just gone ahead and taken a loot token, but I didn't put it in my hand as a rumor. Should have done that. And I will do that now to give me a max of 6 cards. So that's great. I got a rumor back in my hand I can choose to use to increase a fate outcome of some type of battle or anything I want to do to gain a success. The other thing I learned, and was actually there's some controversy on Board Game Geek and some back and forth about whether or not the Freezing Snow card says that it affects all quest cards. Well, technically, even though I had mentioned that quest cards are noted right here, apparently I was right at the very beginning when I said that even quest keywords apparently trigger it. So we're going to have to go ahead and put an obstacle on the plot cards that have it as well, because that plot card had one. So even I did it correctly the first time, then I reversed it last video, and I'm putting it back this video. So is that confusing? Yes. But I've now at least kind of in sync. And again, I've heard from Nick that he's going to be going ahead and updating the FAQ for the game as well, which is great because I think other people will likely fall into that little caveat as well. So what we're going to do now is move forward with the day. Vognus is ready to wake up, and he does so in open heath. We are still looking for that shadow keyword. That is the key. Now, there's lots of talk about where's the best place to go, but based on the rule book and from what I'm hearing from others, it's actually found in the ally deck. And apparently we need to find an ally, and we need to find it fast. Now, yes, I could go through all here trying to find specific events here on the cards that may give me an ally, which I don't actually have any in play except for the Gypsy here, which would give me an ally. But that's only pulling one, and then I have to waste a whole bunch of particular AP to get there and to do it. It'd be faster for me to beeline it to Sprawl City and attempt a market action where I can pull 3 allies and have a much better chance of getting one of the keywords I need and then hopefully buying it. So we'll go with that plan and hope that works out well. Right now, just to let you guys know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 available to us. We're 1 short because we lost 2 HP last turn and only were able to recover 1 extra back. So I always keep the HP that we should have here to be at full health just to the side, so I remember. So we could try to heal as well during this turn, but we'll see how things pan out. As I'm looking over the land of Kilforth, I'm trying to make a decision in terms of where to go next, and really I could head over here to the Misty Fens, which is not in Gloom currently, doesn't have an encounter card, but the downside is I don't know what I'm encountering here, and I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or something easy or something in between. Whereas here, I have the Abyssal Gate, and yes, it's nasty because it's a enemy demon, but as you guys remember from far back, I, at my first ability card, get a +2 fight against demons, and I already have a 3. That would put me at 5, giving me a much better chance of succeeding against it. He does need 4 hits though, so it's probably going to take me at least 2 rolls to get what I need. And then on top of that, I could sneak and get myself that extra die off the top, which wouldn't be a bad idea. So that's what I'm kind of thinking of doing. So what I'm going to do for the first thing is I'm going to take 1 AP away to get hidden, because we know we're going to go into that area, and I do want to be sure that I get that advantage on the dice roll. So now at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run ourselves into the Abyssal Gate. So we're going to have Vognus is going to travel from the open heath to the Lost Forest, and of course, because he moves there, I have to either spend an AP to do so, or I could use my horse. So I'll just use my horse to get that out of the way right now. And we rode our horse to the Lost Forest. Now, I have to encounter this immediately. It costs no AP to do so, but I have to have a fight now with this particular enemy because I've moved into its zone. It does not like me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw some gold tokens on him to represent his health. Actually, no, sorry. I'm going to grab some health tokens to represent his health, because that makes sense. We're going to put them on his card like so. And now we've got 4 health, because that's what his ability is. And now we're going to go ahead and battle him. Now, he's going to roll 4 dice against us, which is quite a bit himself. But we're going to be rolling, because we have sneak, or we're hidden, sorry, in the first round of this fight. We're going to be fighting with 3 plus the 2 I talked about from the Templar ability, plus the 1, which we'll just get rid of now. So we're just going to give us 6 dice. So we're going to take, that's 5. I can count, I swear. That's 6 dice right there. So 6 dice for us, and he's going to be rolling 4, and then we're going to have to resolve and see how things go. So it'll be a close fight for sure, but I have a little bit of an advantage. And it also wouldn't be bad to get an enemy keyword in hand too, because I mean, we do have one technically from the Wave of Doom, but at the same time, if we don't want it or don't need it, we can always exchange it for an item or something, maybe something more useful. We'll see. An item wouldn't be bad. Another item wouldn't be bad. So here we go. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. This is kind of a lot of dice to roll, but I'm going to chuck all this into there and we'll see how it pans out. Okay, so we got 2 successes and they only got 1. Okay, so he hits me for 1, which is going to take one of my APs away, which is nasty, but I was able to get 2 off of him. Now, I could at any point in time use that extra fate token in order to get an extra success, but I might as well wait because it wouldn't even kill him just now anyway. We still have to go through another battle round. Both of us are still alive. I don't want to evade or leave and end my day, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to roll again. Now, what I'm doing this time is losing 1 dice because we are no longer hidden. So it's more of an even fight, but not so much because we actually still have 1 extra on him. Thankfully, because of the fact we're stronger against demon characters, we get a little bit of an advantage when we roll, and that was not a roll, that was a mistake. Here we go. Wow, that is a definite kill. His is actually on a 2 and 4, so regardless, he didn't hit me. He hit me for 1. So I'll go ahead and take my 1 hit, which I don't like. But at the same time, what I'm going to do really quick here is I'm going to... let me just look over my cards here to make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. And it's a clean kill. So we're going to take both the hearts off of him. He has been killed. And when we do so, we can gain 2 gold or go to the bag. I'm going to take the gold. And the reason I'm taking the gold is we're heading to Sprawl City to buy something. So having extra gold is never a bad thing. So I'm going to go ahead now and take this card. I could discard it for an item or I could keep it. That's where things get tough. That's where I'm not too sure what we're going to need. Now, we are in the last chapter of our quest, and after this, we have to do kind of an encounter finale, so we're not going to need any more keywords that I understand. So we could toss him to go for that item, because we do still have the enemy keyword here, and we already have it covered right here, right? So we don't need 2 of them, and I've already got a handful of 6 cards. So let's just let him go. So I'm going to go ahead and toss him in order to gain an item card. So we're going to throw him away and we're going to go to the item deck and we're going to hope to see we pull something useful. I got, hey, that's not bad. That's perfect. The Power Gauntlets. That looks nice. I'm a fan already. So some pretty amazing artwork. I'll let that focus there. That's pretty cool. Gives us a +1 on our attack. We have to find it at the open heath. Hey, that's not bad. It's right there. So we could take 1 step back. We'd have to beat that... or no, actually, yeah, we could just go back and discover it because there's no enemies there. That's perfect. And it would give us an armor keyword, which we don't have. The Wild Claw Barbarians speak of archaic battle rites where leaders fought for tribal ownership, wearing nothing but Jarhan's knuckles, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. So we got this card. Now, if I want to keep this card now in my hand, I guess when I mentioned about discarding the other card in order to keep it at 6, it doesn't matter because, sorry, as I get this card right now, it goes into my hand as a rumor. So this is where that 1 quest card that I, even though just for rules-wise, I'm going to toss this because now I don't need it. I'm going to end up putting this card in my hand because I want to find this card. This is actually higher priority than my charm card that I was talking about before, which I kind of changed my mind on going after. This is really important. It'll give me a +1 on attack, and I need that when we fight the Ancient. So that's going to be a high priority for me right now even. So currently, we're at the Lost Forest. We've successfully encountered, we're done our fight, and I have 3 AP left. Now, the smart thing to do would be to heal. Now, I could heal using my, let's see here, rest. It says to regain 1 lost HP if no encounters are present. I could rest multiple times, really, and that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. And that's where it gets tough. I also want to head over to the open heath, but I got an obstacle I'm going to have to clear when I get there. So if I was to move there right now, it would cost me 1, then I would clear this silly obstacle, and then I could discover for 3. That would be all of my AP, and then for the next round, I'd be really capped. So instead of me doing that, this is going to be a little bit quicker of a turn. I know I get 1 AP back from my healer at the end of the day, so that's not bad. And so what I'll do instead is... let me think here. Let's do... Oh, and I have my map that says relocate to any plains location for free. So that would be like a free move action basically over there. So maybe that'll come in handy too. But I also would like the ability to jump to a different part of the map. Like maybe jump over to there to get this plot card later. That would be smart. Shoot, what do I do here? Let's go... Well, I guess we're heading to Sprawl City. I could end up in Sprawl City and stop there. I'm going to get affected by the Doom, though. The Doom's going to hit me no matter where I am now, because I'm in risky situations. So my healer's going to be constantly mitigating my Doom hits. So maybe I should heal a couple times at least. So, shoot, this is tough. I really wanted to go to the market and do this turn. So if I was to spend 1 to go here, the market action is free, if I understand correctly. Let's see, is the market action free? No, no, it's not. I wish it was free. Let me just double check that, because it's been a bit since I've actually had to do a market action. I want to make sure I do that correctly. That's a D. Yeah, that is not. That's definitely going to cost me something. Let's see. Oh, you can heal up there. That's pretty cool. So you can actually heal at Sprawl City, which is something I haven't done in the past. For each hero that's at this location that has fewer HP than their maximum, including the active hero, the hero can purchase HP for that hero at a cost of 1 gold per HP. Wow, that's brilliant. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, well, yeah, that's perfect. I can do that. So let's do a move into Sprawl City. This is going to work out pretty good. Let's move in with 1 AP. So we're heading over here. We're safe. There's no encounters need to be pulled for Sprawl City. Now we're here. We have 2 AP left. I'm going to use one of these APs in order to heal. This is the first option of one of the things you can do while you're in the town, and that is to heal. And I can spend, at a cost of 1 gold per HP, I can spend as much gold as I want to get all my HP back. So I could spend 3 gold right now, which I'm going to do. In order to get all of my health back. So I'm basically paying my way to healthiness, which sounds crazy, but it works for me. I guess I'm paying for a luxurious bed. Vognus is having a nice sleep. So he's going to go ahead and gain 1, 2, and 3 back. So he gets all his health back, which is perfect. Much better than just sitting in one spot, especially here and just resting. So that was way more efficient. And then on top of it, I still have 1 AP left, so I'll go ahead and do another market action, but instead of doing the healing this time, I'm going to go ahead and do option A, or I guess it's option 2. So option 1 was healing, option 2 is to go ahead and purchase something. So we're going to go ahead and draw 3 cards, and I obviously want to draw from the ally deck because I know the odds of getting the card I need keyword-wise should be in here, and 3 cards is not bad odds. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we got an elementalist, an ally. That's not what we need. Okay, we'll throw that aside. No good. And no way. We got it. Nice. Okay, ally shadow. Perfect. I mean, we can pay for it. 4. That's quite a bit, actually. Oh, it looks like most of these are 4. The other one's 4 too. The other one is a mystic ally. Oh man, we got seriously lucky there. Okay, so let's take these 2. We're obviously not taking them, so we're going to discard these to the side. This card, though, we're paying 4 gold for this thing. There's no way around it. We are paying 4 gold. So I'm paying 4 gold right now in order to get this thing into my hand. Now I'm going to have to chuck another card, and it's likely I'll chuck a quest now because I have 2 quests. Do I already have mountains covered? I don't even need to worry about keywords too much anymore. So I'm going to keep... this one has 0 gold. That one has 4. So this is more worthwhile to me. I'm chucking this one. So we're going to put this into our hand and discard the Vengeance card in order to make sure we still stay at our 6 total cards in our rumors. So we now have everything we need. We just don't have an AP to actually regale and do anything. So that's too bad. We'll have to wait until the next turn. But we've got all the keywords we need now. We've got the Stranger, we've got the Enemy, and we've got the Shadow. So all 3 of these will be discarded on the next turn in order to ensure that we complete Chapter 4 along with 5 gold, which we are just a little shy on. So we're going to have to probably find a way to make ourselves 1 gold somehow. And that might be interesting. We'll have to do something here in order to do that. Okay, well anyway, we'll end it right here. At least we got our keyword. We're a little short on the gold, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and move into the end of the phase for this particular day. So we're going to go ahead and lose 1 HP, thankfully. Wonderful, because of the gloom in Sprawl City. So even Sprawl City isn't safe. But then you can see here when the night phase ends, you heal 1 HP. So I'm just going to ignore touching that. I'm just going to ignore losing the health and gaining the health, because at the end of the day, that healer mitigates that fine. We're going to go ahead and draw our darkness card. So we're going to have to grab another D6 because we've run out. We've got 666, so that's terrible. That's the omen of death. So we've got a total of, what is it, 18. So this will be 19, adding a 1 to that. So we've got 19 darkness cards. We're getting really close because there's only 25. It's getting close to the end of this. This is going to be right down to the wire. So we got the Clannish Rally. Okay, interesting. It's a quest, and you place this quest at the Blessed Grove. Okay, so it's going to go right here. All right, and it's also going to have the Blessed Grove go into Gloom, so that's no good. So we'll have this go into Gloom. So I'll give you a shot of what it looked like before things went south, and it looks pretty nice. It's very, that's actually a pleasant place to go. I wouldn't mind that, but after the Gloom hits it, loses a little bit of its excitement. So no longer an exciting place to go. We'll throw those cards back on top. It isn't a Badlands location, so wonderfully our final plot card hasn't come out yet. I think the only plot card that hasn't flipped, the last one is this one. Misty Fens is the last Badlands card that when it flips or is triggered by a night card, that last plot card will come into play. I think every other Badlands card in play now has been flipped to Gloom. So we are getting really close. And as you can see, even from up here, you can see how many areas here have like a shade of gray around them, not looking so good. So we'll take all the dice here, put them back on top so we don't forget that for the next turn. Did we have, oh, and sorry, that was a quest, wasn't it? So an obstacle's going to need to come out for that, because not forgetting about our wonderful weather effect for freezing snow. So that's going to put this on this location, making it even tougher to kind of get through it. Yikes. Okay, and then that's essentially it. Now we can move to Dawn. So our encounter successes are washed away. We don't have any. We become unhidden, which we are not hidden. We gain 2 health if we're dead or were defeated, which we weren't. We unveil our cards, so our horse is back to full health. Had a nice stay at the stable in Sprawl City. And it looks like actually even Vognus himself had a good stay. He maybe went to the local tavern and had quite a bit to drink to restore his strength for the upcoming fight and battle he's going to have to go through. He's going to go ahead now and break camp. And this is the exciting part, guys, because we get all our AP, all our AP back, which is going to give us a full amount of AP for the next day, so we can really ensure we not only regale, but can also move towards whatever the finale is. So that's the exciting part, guys. In the next video, we are going to be completing Chapter 4, and on top of it, hopefully have enough actions to potentially make a crack at the finale. And then after the finale is complete, we can take a crack at the Ancient, and we are getting down, down, down in the days. And we need to, this is going to come right down to the wire, I think. It's going to be quite the battle. The one thing I don't want to forget about is going after those power gauntlets. This is something very important. It is in the open heath, so now it's a little further away than it was before, but it's going to be worth my while to book it over there, clear that obstacle, and get it, because that's anything that can give you a boost on combat. When you have to make a combat encounter against this Ancient at the end, it's going to be a huge bonus, so we need to ensure we get that on him as soon as possible. And of course, once we go to the next chapter, we'll be able to upgrade our character and gain an extra health, which is going to be awesome. And we need to remember the fact we also need to gain 1 more gold in order to regale in the first place. So we're going to have to do something in order to get this done. We may end up having to go to this particular quest here and just ripping through it, because it's only 4 intellect, and I've got I forget if that's intellect or will, but regardless, it's 4 on the check. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's probably what I should be going for. I'll clear it. We'll discover the power gauntlets in the open heath, and then I'll take on this quest in order to get me the gold, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do a regale action. Maybe that's the best plan of action. Keeps everything in one focal area, and then if we have extra AP to spend, we could always do the map relocation to anywhere, and we could potentially try to drop ourselves here or here and deal with the plot card, because we need to get rid of that plot card. As the plot card says, during battle you cannot heal HP. That's bad. We need to get that out of there, because it makes our healer useless if we don't. Those are some things to keep in mind. I want you guys to throw in your comments and feedback below. Let me know what you would do in this situation, and also let me know if I missed anything, and I'll correct it in the next video. I appreciate all the feedback you guys are giving me. You are the best, and I'm absolutely loving playing these games with you guys. I want to give you a good mention on the fact that I've got a surprise regarding Gloom of Kilforth, which I'm not going to say much more about, but I've got a really, really nice surprise ending to this campaign. So I hope you'll stick around to the end, because there will be an interesting twist to the very end of this particular playthrough. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I will see you in the next episode. And as always, keep on rolling solo.